Hey y'all, here's how I made my woodblock Santa. So I got my woodblock from Lowe's. It came as a 2x4. It was about $1.48 for that. And I just cut it down to the size that I needed. And then I'm just painting the whole block white starting out. And then we're gonna mix together some apricot, pink blush, and some white together to make like a peach color for our Santa Claus. I'm just going to paint the area where his face will go because his beard and all that will cover that later. So at first I wasn't sure if I was going to use the foam ball or a little wood bead, so I painted both of them, but I ended up just cutting the foam ball in half and using that as the nose. And we're going to be making our hat from scratch, so I'm using this red burlap, and because it's kind of transparent, I'm double layering that. And for his beard and hair and all that, I'm using this white cotton rope, and it is 3/8 of an inch thick. You can of course use whatever size you prefer though, this is just what I already had on hand. So I'm starting off gluing on his mustache, so I just glued that completely across the top and all the way down the sides. And then we're gonna fill in his beard. And just to make it easier to handle and also so I don't lose any strands in this, I just glue the tips of it so that it kind of secures that into a little bunch on the tip. And then that kind of just holds it all together so that you can glue it directly onto the wood. So I cut all of the pieces that it reaches all the way down to a little bit past the wood block, with the edges being a little bit shorter and the middle part of the beard a little bit longer. And I wrap my burlap around it just to give me a little guideline of where to start his hairline at. So that way you could see it a little bit underneath his hat. And then I just added some hot glue onto the front and then wrapped the burlap around the back and used my staple gun to attach it securely to the back. So now we're gonna fold in the back portions of it so that it comes to a little point kind of in the middle. And then just fold that over, secure it with some hot glue, and then we're gonna add an extra piece along the side to make it look like his hat is kind of hanging down. So I just folded that over the same way we did the hat and then made a little triangle in the corner and then just attached this to the top of the hat so it looks like it's kind of like the folded part of his hat. And then I'm just kind of tucking the side to create a little point on it and then gluing that and attaching that to the side of the wood block. We're going to be using this trim which has little pom-poms on it and kind of glue all those together just like we've done for our snowman and attaching those to the tip of the hat. And to add a little trim to our hat, I'm using this chiffon ribbon and I just glued it in half so that the little frayed end would be towards the bottom of the hat and just wrapping that around the bottom of the hat. So now I'm adding the final touches and just gluing on his nose and drawing on his eyes with my black paint pen. And to give his eyes a little sparkle, I'm adding some little dots of white in it and then gluing on some little eyebrows for him, as well as adding some little wooden snowflakes to his hat. Now I wanted to give his face a little more expression, so I added some little curves under his eyes and then added a little blush color for his cheeks. So it was a whole lot of steps into this, way more than what I thought, but he turned out so cute in my opinion. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video and thank you so much for watching.